Hello everybody, and thank you for tuning into this video. Something atheists often like to do is they like to uh, point out how the Bible was used for bad. And I was thinking to myself, how come people use the Bible for bad throughout the course of history? And I've come to the conclusion that knowledge is power, and the Bible is the knowledge of God. Therefore, the knowledge is power, and what do people like to do with power? That's right, they like to abuse it. You ever hear the old saying, absolute power corrupts absolutely? See, the thing about the Bible is the Bible actually described itself as a sword. It's a weapon. But just like knives and guns, people tend to misuse weapons. And the Bible is no different. I know it's sad because a lot of Christians, they're not quite as nice as me. I remember when Stephen Hawking died, I was very upset. But then there were some Christians that were mocking his death and calling it a good thing, and saying that God killed him. And to those Christians, I would say, God didn't kill Stephen Hawking. If God was to punish people still to this day, then that means that Jesus Christ died in vain. I know, Luke, if you're watching this, you shared a video, I took it down. I want you to understand that I only took it down because I don't know if you know what the mere exposure effect is, but I do not believe in sharing that type of content, that hate content in my group. I've talked about people who are anti-vaxxers being wrong. I've talked about people who are, use alternative medicine being wrong, but I have never once shared content from an anti-vaxxer, or content from someone who believes in alternate medicine, because I do not believe that that person should have, a place in my group, any of that content. Yeah, I've been atheist. I converted to Christianity, and I have to say that when people act badly, or when people act bad, I don't think I said that right. When people act bad, it's not generally a reflect of the beliefs. It's atheists act bad, some Christians act bad, some Muslims, some Hindus. It's not necessarily a reflection of their belief. I don't know if you guys have ever read the book The Outsiders, but if you did, you'll probably remember the quote, "Things are rough all over." Nobody's perfect. Uh, it's not just Christians that pick on atheists, I would know. I mean, Luke, you left a comment about, you didn't think that I grew up being told such rotten things. From people who didn't share my beliefs, like the people who were mocking Stephen Hawking's death. And, that's just not true. I still can't believe you said that. There was a time when another one of my aunts died, other than my Aunt Crystal, and I went to a debate group that I was in, and I asked for prayer from the Christians, wishes of luck from the atheists. Most of them were good except for one. There was an atheist who started mocking me. He was pretty rotten. I'll include a link to that post below. You'll see what I mean. But at the end of the day, the Bible's knowledge Knowledge is power, and people abuse power. Not just Christians, not just atheists, people in general. And you could say that when they do that, it does not generally reflect their beliefs. It's just in our nature. But hey, that's just an interesting thought.